So guys, Wike keeps crying over what happened to him recently when he had a confrontation with the Nigerian naval officer. So Wike was spotted in this video saying, after all, nobody knows when he's going to die, whether it's going to be from armed robbers, whether it's going to be from assassination, whether it's going to be from one sickness. So guys, you need to watch this video to see that Wike appears to be confused at the moment. Just take a look for yourself.
The right thing without stepping on toes. And nobody knows the day he will die or how he will die. If we know that this is the way we're going to die, we'll probably go and stop it. But because we don't know, so death comes anytime. It can be through one sickness. It can be through one ailment. It can be anyhow. It can be through assassination. It can be through you running into armed robbers. Armed robbers. But what's important is that you one day die. I cry for this country because it's unfortunate. Either we tribalize everything that happens, either we bring religion to what we're doing, or the class you belong to. No country can ever succeed if we continue to allow impunity, lawlessness. No country, no matter how hard you work, you allow impunity, you allow lawlessness to continue to prevail, that country will never go anywhere. Even amongst government officials, not to talk about private individuals. I have read comments. Yes, I've wounded people politically, I have no regret about it. And I could not to wound them where necessary. Yes, people are not happy about it. So when things happen like this, you see all manner of things people will say. I was watching Channel late last night. I saw a lady and a man. You see, sometimes you just shake your head and God. Laziness can cause a lot of things. People don't read. People don't investigate. I saw the lady saying that Wike has met his match. And you don't want to find out what really happened. What was the problem? How can I sit as a minister? Government officials are being attacked. Government officials are being beaten up. Government officials to the level of directorship. Then I'm sitting in my office doing what? How will such officials carry out their functions again when they know that their principal or their boss cannot protect them? Not as private individuals, as government officials. So many people have had problems. Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, former general, former head of state, former president, he will call me on phone. Minister, I look for this problem of land here. Please carry. I will solve the problem. That is former head of state, former elected president. We have the courtesy of calling the minister. Look, I have this problem. I have this problem. See how you can look into it. General Tiwadan would call you. Look, there is this. These are people who, they're all retired generals. These are people who cause discipline. They didn't bother because they were former chief of staff. They were former president. They never sent soldiers. They never sent anybody to go and attack anybody. They just call you. And Respect begets respect. I have to respect. And I'll tell them, sir, don't worry. I will sort out the problem. And I will do. I won't even talk about other people who are highly placed. They will come to you. Mr. Minister, maybe we didn't know of this. If we knew, we would have done it like this. When a serving Major General attacked the development control, I wrote a letter. The present chief of defense staff was chief of army staff then. I wrote a letter, because that is a serving military officer. That if anything goes wrong, he's still under the authority, under the control of the military. When I came on board, before them, President Jonathan had awarded a contract to develop another city, which was close to the military, but awarded a contract, not to me. A Federal Council presided over by the CNC. Awarded. The contractor went there, he was just away. I wrote a letter. We met. The late chief of army staff, Alabangi, was there. The former chief of defense staff was there. These same ministers of defense, they were all there. We all met. I said, look, it is not good, this government and government. I mean, it's not, let's see how we can resolve this matter. I never one day, I respect institutions. And I know what it takes. Even as a governor, nobody, no governor will say that they supported the military more than me. So I know. But how do you see a private individual knowing fully well that you are against the law? It is not military versus government. No. If it was military, I would have written to them that, look, military, why are you doing this? This is a private individual. Land was not allocated to him. Land was allocated to a company called Santos in 2007 for parks and recreation. They applied to the former minister for change of use. The minister refused. The man went, started selling land. Maybe the former chief of staff fell into their scam, sold. This government property is not your property. If government officials came to say, look, what are you doing here? This is not, government has sat under the ministerial committee and taken back every land under parks and even under secretariat, because we felt that there are a lot of delays, suits, litigations. We said, no, we will continue with that. You send this to start beating government officials. Not private, but government officials, beating them. Senior government officials, you were beaten. You couldn't even say, okay, let me get to the minister. See how they can help us, No, nothing like that. Simply because you had a relationship with the military. And government cannot enforce laws because you are attached or you had a relationship with a particular institution, or you come from a particular place. Who does that? Who does such thing? How will this country progress? Okay, assuming the land is their own, assuming, though not considering land their own. You will build without building approval. You will build without building approval. And these are people who travel overseas. Some of you who have the opportunity to stay overseas, who don't have the opportunity. Even when you have a deal that you are backyard, you can't even go and extend. You must seek approval from the cities. These are people who are complaining Abuja master plan has been distorted. Now a government has come to put a stop. So look, we have to comply with the rules. We have to comply with the rules. Nobody wants to do that. You Ghana people, they write all sort of junks in newspapers. Wike did this, Wike did that. Wike shouldn't have done that. On that, why did you talk to him? You know, I represent president as a minister. So if, for example, if you are doing something, a minister arrives, you cannot have that decorum, that respect to say, sir, you know, I will get back to you, sir. Can I call my order? Let me see how this matter will be resolved. Nobody talks about that. Security men say bloody police who are these bloody police people that will talk to you. You say you're a commissioned officer. To God be the glory. Oh, thank God. But it is the same government officials that you are beating. They are the ones who made you to be commissioned. It is the same government officials that you are beating. You are not beating private people. These are government officials carrying out legitimate assignment. Legitimate assignment. They are not private people. You are not dragging land with any private person. But assuming they are not considering that they are private people, is that why you should deploy the military? Assuming though they are. What is that? You see a whole director, deputy director, senior government officials. Say, look, it does not occur to you that, look, let me run back, see how I can resolve this one. Okay, what about those people who are not connected? So how do we implement? How do we carry out enforcement? So it will suit anybody. The government officials will go to civilians or ordinary Nigerians to enforce rules. But when you are related to a particular institution or you have a relationship with a particular institution, government officials cannot implement rules. Is that the kind of country we want? Nobody wants anything. Everything is, I've told everybody who cares. Even when you are working with me, you will not be here forever. Perfect your document. You don't know who is coming tomorrow. The mere fact that nobody did that yesterday does not mean that somebody will not do it tomorrow. Does not mean. Even if I want to help you, I should be able to say, listen, I will not be here forever. Therefore, I have to perfect the document. So when I leave, you will not have yourself to be blamed. That's what reasonable people do. I read what one former Yoruba staff wrote. He cannot tell me of decency and this. He cannot teach me. This was the same man who came to director the GOC to rig me election 2019. He couldn't rig me. He lost. He told the GOC that he should kill me. I couldn't be killed. He became agent in the APC primaries for one of the presidential aspirants. He became agent. Look at the rank. Becoming a polling agent. He lost. is the one comment that the minister did this and that. I mean, I've never seen people like this. I have no regret of my political opponents. I will continue to make them have sleepless night. Whether you are in PDP, whether you are in APSO, whether you are in ADCO, not my business. I have no regret supporting President Tinubu. And I never hid my intention. And I'll continue to do it. So if you like, write anything you want to write. In as much as I know, I'm standing by the side of the law. If you like, bring every ethnicity, coloration in your business. According to I mean, anybody should know. I mean, you see a young man, yes, a commission, so yes, me, I'm a minister, but representing Mr. President. That alone should have given you that decorum. No. But you choose to challenge the minister, the president. And then you think that I'm not a human being, I have no emotions. You are carrying out an illegal job. When people say order, do you need to carry out an illegal order? When you are, if you are an officer, you are doing something that's illegal. Even if it's a legal order given to you, but that function you are doing is illegal. Police was built here under high tension. Police, even as an institution, not private. They arrested our officers. I said, wow, I went there by myself. Look at high tension. Even if they are worse enemy, you will not encourage that. And I said, no, you can't continue to do it. It's not good. And I came, and I said, look at the documents. He said, you didn't know. Then you obey it. An institution, not as private individual. Nobody will respect you. Nobody will do anything. Even when you take action, I'm aware I'm coming as a minister, people were opposed to it. Yeah, but I'm here. And I never one day knew that I was a minister of FCT. I was a minister before. But I never knew I was a minister of FCT. I would do my job without looking at anybody's face. I will not go. You do this. You were here when ASU went to Senate. ASU.
Let's highlight some more reactions to the public confrontation between FCT Minister Nyesom Wike and Naval Lieutenant A.M. Yerima in Abuja over an alleged illegal land allocation. The video of the heated exchange, which has since gone viral on social media, has generated millions of views online, with Nigerians creating memes, AI edits, and comedy skits, turning the confrontation into a social media phenomenon. Let's take a look at this.
Doctor was acquired legally.
Because I carry neglect. Will you stop that?
I'm an integrity officer.
Will you stop that?
Sir, you cannot shut me up.
Get away! Shut that!
You cannot shut me up.
Who does that?
You cannot shut me
Will
up.
you shut up?
You cannot shut me. I'm an integrity.
Get away! I was in school when
I am acting on order, sir.
You are shut up.
Sir, you cannot shut
You are
me
a
up.
big fool.
Sir, I'm not a fool.
You are a fool.
I am not a fool.
Shut up, will you stop?
I am not a fool.
You are a big fool.
I am not a fool.
You are coming close to me.
I am not a fool.
Because I'm a road man. I will just come out here and say, idiot. You are telling us. Shut up, big fool. Over here.
All right, everyone's cracking up here. Dr. Abati, that is AI generated. That's what we're talking about, AI.
No, this way we are very fake. This AI, you. Dr. Abati, over to you.
Over to you. You were here when we discussed this story,
The first
please.
point to be made is that, look, this is very embarrassing.
Yes.
In the midst of whatever embarrassing situation, you will see the creativity of Nigerians coming through.
Yes.
Hence all these kits that Nigerians have created. Some are even selling T-shirts. I'm not a fool.
Yeah. Yes.
They turned it into business. However, the point needs to be made. I think the minister's behavior is very embarrassing. The way he conducted himself should be seen as a matter of serious concern by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who appointed him. Street fighting is not part of the responsibility of anybody that has been appointed by the president. Because I've heard some people saying that he was acting on behalf of the president. No, I'm not aware that President Tinubu, when he appointed him, gave him the title of Omonile of FCT. Because it's only Omoniles that behave like this. As minister of the FCT, he took the matter into his own hands. He said his officials went to the site, and then they told him that they didn't allow them to chase them away. Then he left his office, carried his able-bodied officials, and went to the site to go and do what? So the minister himself did not follow due process.
Yes.
Yes. And I've seen some people expressing the opinion that Officer Yerima was carrying out an unlawful order. With due respect, the Professor Horn, Sebastian Horn, quoting the Nigerian Air Force case, and I think Onunzu versus State, and all of that. Yes, Supreme Court has ruled that you don't carry out unlawful order when you are in uniform. You can say no. You should in fact say no. But in this particular case, we're told that the officer called his boss, called the chief of defense staff. So that in itself presupposes that he was acting in a lawful manner and not going on a frolic of his own. And in fact, that officer should be commended.
Yes.
Because he conducted himself with maturity. It was the minister in the video that I saw that was shouting, raising his hand, and this is being confirmed by some of the skits that have been produced. So I think that Minister Wike disgraced the assignment, the office of the president, to the extent that, the people arguing that he was acting on behalf of the president. We don't want Omonile as a minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Those who are familiar with the phrase Omonile, they know how Omoniles, how they behave. So this is a matter that should be investigated.
It is,
if it were another president in office, this is more than enough to ask the minister to go back to Port Harcourt.
But you ain't going. Is there a ministerial code? That's the question I've been asking.
There is a general code of conduct now in terms of how public in terms of how public officials should behave.
Yeah.
Now look at Punch today. I think it's a front page story. Ex-generals, they say they are angry.
Yes.
Because the ex-generals are saying, look, this has to do with the institutional integrity of the Nigerian military. All of them, without exception, the ones quoted in that story, they are saying that, in fact, Wike should be disciplined.
Right.
That he was involved in an act of indiscipline.
All right.
By taking the laws into his own hands. Right. Nobody is above the law.
All right.
And we should not further, disrupt civilian military relations. What this has done is that if Wike insists on doing Omonile antics across the Federal Capital Territory, other people will be emboldened to challenge him. I hope one day he will not go to his site to take the laws into his hands and they will rough handle him.
So guys, you can see that Wike appears to be a confused human being. Now I'm going to take you through some of the reactions from Nigerians as Dr. Abati takes on Wike. So like this person said, let's not forget insecurity still lives, and let's remember Christians waiting on Trump to fight for Exodus. Fight for them, Exodus 14:14, while Islam will wait on President Mohammed bin Zayed, President of UAE, to defend them. Africa can't fight and defend its own. And this person says Wike need to be sent back home if the president doesn't want him to spoil things for him. He acts like he is bigger than everybody. Calling an officer in uniform a fool is unacceptable. And this person here said, I know Arise TV, we dey bias cause it is not new because Abati and Wike is fighting long time ago. That's what somebody say. You can say, I think Abati needs to watch this. And this person say, may God bless the man in the studio for saying this. When I saw the video for the first time, I asked myself, is this minister now Omonile? Omo, these guys show me say shake while growing up. And this person say, Tinubu cannot discipline. Tinubu cannot discipline because Tinubu is a corrupt man. Very shameful. It's AI. And this person is well spoken, sir. This is as a result of Dr. Abati's reaction to Wike's action during that confrontation with that military guy. So guys, many people have really applauded the military guy, especially on how he composed himself while the minister of the FCT was reigning all that he was talking, as in he said all kinds of things, calling the guy a fool and all that, and Nigerians are thinking that Wike is wrong to have done that. I'm also going to take you through more reactions coming from Nigerians. We all know that Wike granted this interview saying that nobody knows when he's going to die. I represent the president as a minister. If you are doing something and I arrive, you should have the decorum and respect to say, sir, let me call my boss. Let me see how this matter will be resolved. Nobody talks about that. It's on Wike. And then see how Nigerians are. Wike clash with Yerima reminds me of Mr. Broco host from somewhere. And this other person say, what happened to Wike calling his colleague the defense minister, but rather chose to disgrace himself? This person say, all lies. He speaks as if he means well for the city. Meanwhile, he is in it for himself. Very greedy man. He keeps seizing lands and selling them in dollars. When he speaks of coming to see him, he implies coming to make a deal with him. Such a kleptomaniac. And this other person said, he should call himself the president. Megalomaniac. This was the enemies of Nigeria would deny this fact. So guys, I don't know what you make of this. Nigerians and Wike, the altercation is still going on. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.